Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another broadcast of the Lawrence Report. On tonight's broadcast, we will be discussing Tyler Perry's new movie, Maxine's Baby. Many of us know Tyler Perry as the actor, the mogul, the director. But before all that, he was somebody's baby. In fact, he was Maxine's baby. His mother, his father, and Tyler himself are all intertwined in this new docu-series right here, Maxine's Baby. Now, I'm gonna let y'all know, this right here, this tissue box is going to be needed because Tyler Perry's story is very emotional. It's gonna make you shed a few tears or thug tears, however you want to classify it. This story right here is currently running on Amazon Prime, so make sure y'all check it out. And basically, it tells his life story, but not only his life story, but it's the story that is intertwined along with his mother, Maxine, and his father. The story is basically, for the most part, is narrated by his cousin, and it goes into unfortunate detail about Tyler's upbringing, right? As you know by now, Tyler, there's no secret that he has publicly been open, talking about how he had a tough life, a tough childhood growing up, right? And the very first couple of scenes we see him, talking about his father and the way his father was unfortunately tough on him. He was a hard-nosed kind of guy. And it even shows where Tyler, when he was getting spanked by his father, he spanked him so hard that there was big webs on his back. But at the same time, this movie is a love letter to his mother, Maxine. His mother, Maxine, always brought him into the church. So the church has been constructed inside of Tyler's DNA since he was a little boy. One of his first plays he started in through the church was "I Know I've Been Changed." And, as a mother's boy, you do anything in this world for your mother, right? This story, it talks about just the trials and the tribulations that Tyler faced. And it even goes in detail about, how he had that special something inside of him that he just wanted to bring it out, but he was not for sure how to do it. And the one thing about always loved about Tyler Perry is that, he's a spiritual brother. Christianity, I see that in the documentary. His bishop was Paul S. Morton. Of course, many of us in the Black community, we know Paul S. Morton real well. Of course, Tyler eventually, I should have said this in the beginning, but of course, Tyler, he lived in Louisiana before he ended up making that move to Atlanta. Of course, when he was in Atlanta, that's when he basically met Paul S. Morton, Bishop Paul S. Morton. And for me, this story right here, it gave me a sense of hope, a sense of that, you can do it. You can do it. Of course, with Tyler, not everybody was happy about Medea, right? We know he's famously known for creating this character by the name of Medea. And a lot of these uppity Negroes, yeah, I said it, uppity Negroes, eyebrow raisers, he even talked about it in the documentary himself. He mentioned people like Spike Lee. They called it cooning, basically. Because, it was emasculating black men wearing a dress. And a lot of the, I don't want to say gatekeepers, but a lot of the upper class, I guess you can say, of black people, they was not happy with Tyler. Even though there was another part of Tyler, another part of, the middle class and working class, they absolutely loved what Tyler was doing. There was lots of laughs with Medea. Not to mention, eventually Spike Lee and some of the other, gatekeepers, they ended up coming around because to see how this man right here was just uh, moving mountains, but the things that he could do when it came to Medea. So I was happy to see that. But not only that, they even go in the documentary and they talk about, how he built this the Tyler Perry Studios, which is basically on Confederate ground, right back in Georgia. And for a black man to own that much property and to be able to have his own studio is just a monumental feat that only God could, gift Tyler Perry, something of that nature right there. A lot of times when we think about Hollywood studios, we think about, oh, we gotta go to LA, we gotta go to Burbank over there in California, or Paramount Pictures, places like that, But to have your own studio, that's God given right there. He was definitely chosen for this moment in time right here. Tyler, one of the best to do it. Absolutely proud. And then they even talked about, I love how they talk about how, Tyler has put on other actors and actresses, right? Like he gave a shot to Lance Gross, Jill Scott, even now with some new actors. I know a lot of y'all be watching Sisters. I haven't watched it yet. I know I'm far behind. And Zatima, I know y'all been watching that. So even actors like Crystal Renee and Deval, he has given the opportunity to so many actors that they may have not gotten if they were in Hollywood, right? And for me, it was very inspirational when I saw this one scene in particular in the movie. He was saying something about he was driving with his mother, and his mother pointed out that that was a pretty car, and it ended up being a Jaguar, if I'm not mistaken. And the next thing that he did for his mother was bought her that Jaguar because his mother faced so much abuse and trauma herself due to situation with his dad. But overall, this right here, this Tyler Perry story, Maxine's baby, will feel like you conquered the world. Very uplifting. And like I said, you are going to need these right here. You are going to need these right here. These tissues right here will be your best friend. Trust me. Yeah, very inspirational. And what Tyler did is it's just unbelievable. So I've always been a fan. I always support him the best way I can, the best way I know how. Definitely one of the few good, black men in Hollywood, a Christian black man that's trying to do his best to navigate the system and crush the barrier. So if you have not seen it, please check it out. This is a complete love letter, to his mother as well. His mother passed in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. And, even though her health was failing, a lot of times she was still right by his side. And he made it a mission to make sure that he was going to take care of her, take care of any medicine that she need, any financial goals that she need. He was going to be there for her. And it's one of the many reasons why I love Tyler Perry and what he has brought to the table thus far. Maxine's Baby. Please make sure you check it out. Extremely good. Extremely good. And as always, thank you for tuning in to The Lawrence Report.